You know, we really emphasize execution and getting off to a good start. Obviously, we knew they would be hyped up. They just had their butts kicked on Saturday. You know, he had taken Wilson out of lineup and put him back now. You know, they came out. I told our guys Christian Braun would step up and play well, which he did. We just, you know, they punched first, but to our guys' credit, we hung in there. I think we had it to 4 or 5. Right before half, a couple little a play here or there. You know, you put a little more pressure on them. Bill calls timeout, and then the second half, it's pretty simple. They just out toughed us for offensive rebounds, and then once they got those rebounds and had that little run, then they made a couple threes, and now you had yourself in a bind. So it's you know, I'm disappointed for our guys. It's a learning lesson. Got to be a little tougher. Got to execute a little better. Got to have some mental toughness. They did a great job on Nigel. Obviously, Nigel was special the other day, but we knew that they would come after him. And Garrett, obviously, what National Defensive Player of the Year last year, got length, older, strong, knows how to play. Really got into Nigel and wore him down a little bit. And he just didn't get the free looks, open looks. Nigel has 4 turnovers. I don't think he's had 4 all year in a game. You know, and that, you know, I think the 2 glaring stats, second chance points, 18 to 11, and then points off of turnovers. We only have 13 turnovers, but they scored 16 out of that. So that's 11-point difference plus the second chance. And that's probably the biggest difference in the game.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take first question from John Kurtz.
Yeah, Bruce, looking back on it, are there things you guys could have done to get Nigel going sooner in the game, or what do you feel like looking back on that?
You know, they're just good. And Garrett's good, and they were going to make sure. I mean, they were all over him, and we actually put a couple new different looks in, hoping to use him in a screening action, hoping to get him on a second action. Because we knew it wasn't going to be easy for him. And he's still a young guy. He had some things to learn. I thought he had a couple little drop down passes or little late coming off the ball screen. He had Davion one time, Casey maybe one time. You know, plays. I think if they don't have that pressure and they blitz him, you know, he's probably going to make those. So, he's again. I've said all along, I don't want to put too much pressure on him. But we need him to play well if we're going to have a chance.
Where do you feel like right now just the offense is overall? Is it starting to wear on everybody, the struggles you guys have been having there?
Yeah, I mean, they fought us a little bit. We didn't I didn't think we executed, get to places that we're supposed to, what we're looking at. Some of the guys, it's the first time in Allen Fieldhouse. I think we're looking at, you're looking around in awe a little bit. And, now your focus isn't where it should be. We've had really good teams that come in here that are rated high, that have struggled and done that. And I told them there's not 16,000 people in the music going and all that stuff. So learning experience, that's all we can do. And I know the offense we're struggling, but we cannot break down on defense, and we have to box out. We got to play tough if we're going to have any chance to do those things, to give us a chance to be in games.
Appreciate it, Bruce. Thanks.
Next question to Kellis Robinette.
What would you say is the team's best source of offense when another team does take Nigel away? Where do you want to go next?
Well, we hope to go inside a little bit, and we got, Davion got some, he's 3 for 5, Casey's 0 for 5. And, you're hoping that you can get a few points there and then use, little Nigel in some screening actions or misdirection. So that would be, and move. I thought we had good ball movement against Texas A&M. There were a few possessions here we did, but a lot of times, their defense, their switching, their ice ball screens, those things we don't always read very well. And that's, again, it's a lot of it's new to them. It makes you got to think. They make you think. They play a little different, and now you don't you don't make those plays that you normally do.
Said against A&M, you asked the guys to hold them below 60. Was there a number you had in mind today?
I thought if we had a chance to keep it in, I said in the 50s against A&M, to be honest. And tonight I thought if we could keep them in the 60s, and obviously we needed to shoot the ball well, make some threes to give us a chance. I look at their shooting. It seemed like they shot it really well, but really they didn't. They did field goal decent, but threes 9 for 29. But they were the ones they hit were backbreakers.
Next question to Michael Goins.
Yeah, Bruce, another stat for you. It was 38-18 in the paint scoring.
Yes.
Did McCormick just kind of
what-
out-scrap you guys and out-tough you?
Yeah, the toughness thing, the offense, second chance points, the points off turnovers, and then obviously they've made a decision. McCormick came in, McDonald's All-American. People were saying one and done, but he's had to work his way and earn his time. Now they got their most shot attempts, and he's come up for them. 9 for 14, pretty successful in the paint, 10 rebounds. He's an older guy. And made some good plays for them.
You get one steal and to make them turn it over, I think 5 or 6 times. Are you getting the scrappy effort, the scrappy play that kind of transitions into positive things?
I think the two things, part of it when we struggle offensively, it kind of breaks our spirit, and it's part of it. They when you come to Kansas, Allen Fieldhouse, we're not the first ones that happens to, but we it's what I said before. Our offense, is kind of what it is. We have to defend. We have to be tough. We have to rebound to have any chances. And we have to play hard. We have to really play hard. And it's like you can call it scrappy plays, hustle plays, whatever. We can't let them outman us the next time we play them if we're going to have any chance.
And defensively, did you lose Braun a few times, especially early in the second half?
I thought we did some decent things. We defensively, and then it was second chance, a little bit of transition. They got it inside and then got it outside. I think that's where Braun got a couple of them. Once he made a few, he has not shot it well. He had 5 against Baylor, and the other 4 games, this last 5, he's only made 2. But you make a couple, now you start feeling good, and boom, it's what he did here last year also.
And was that 18-3 stretch just kind of compounded by some poor offensive possessions by you guys?
Yeah, a little bit of both. To stop a run, you got to get stops, you got to get rebounds, and then you got to execute on the other end, and somebody's got to step up and make a shot.
Thank you, Bruce.
Next question to Ryan Black.
Hey, Bruce. It seems like you guys did kind of everything you needed to do to hang around the first half there, and got down to 5 at one point. And then you're only down 8 at halftime, but then that first 10 minutes of the second half, they outscored you guys 23-7. Just what happened there? Was that more of what they did defensively, or were you guys just not doing what you needed?
I think a little. Obviously, I thought it was their second chance points. I thought it was, that those toughness plays that they threw it out of bounds. I think 2 or 3 times to start the second half, and then we just didn't execute on the other end, and then now you give them enough leeway and enough opportunities. Boom! Now they get. I think they had 3 offensive rebounds in a row. Now you get Braun free for a 3. You get Obaji open for a 3, and now all of a sudden it's a 10-0 run, 13-1 run, whatever it was.
And then when we met with Mike, he mentioned that Dajuan was a great presence on the bench, being energetic and offering coaching pointers. I mean, how excited are you about that? Just because it seems like he's a guy that might be easy to get kind of down, considering he can't play right now.
Well, I think Dejuan came and was talking in the locker room. He was talking, trying to be enthusiastic. I mean, doing what he does. And, uh, obviously we want him back sooner than later, but at the same time, we got to make sure that foot is healed before he makes that push. He has worked very hard with Luke. Um, I doubt if he'll be back Saturday. That would be a long shot. Maybe next week if everything goes well, but we can't push him and have that thing, be hurt for a long term.